Morning, guys. I'm headed out to the barn this morning. Typically I ride in the mornings before my girls get up for the day. I'm going to ride Dixie today. Just going to tack her up and everything. But I thought you might want to come along with me and do the Groom With Me video where you can see where so I typically feed my horses while I grain them in the morning. Especially if I'm not going to ride them too hard, I will just go ahead and feed them then. So usually only have a little bit amount of time. Also, always clip my halter up on that top ring, and so just in case they would step on it or something like that. So first thing I'm going to do is actually back her up just a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab a curry comb. Just give her a nice curry. Of course, just currying her body. I'm not currying her legs. And I'm going to do all the same things on the other side. Then I'll grab a hard bristle brush, and then I'll just flick the dirt right off of her. She's a pretty clean horse normally, so this really works out great. So with the hard bristle, I will go ahead and do her legs, especially because she's outside 24/7. So she sometimes does get pretty dirty. I'll also brush the dock of her tail, which is the very top of their tail, just to kind of get the dirt and stuff out of the hair follicles at the top, and so that will end up causing her to have a more full and thick tail by making sure there's not dirt at the top at the roots. Then, since I have dirt in this hard bristle brush, I'll take my curry comb and just go back and forth with it, and that kind of gets all the dirt and stuff out that I just used. Then I will grab a soft brush. And this has got a little bit of hard bristles on the outside, but then it's soft on the inside. I'll use this as a finishing brush. Still flicking motion, just to see if we can get all that dirt off before riding. I will also use this brush on her face. I'll bother her for just a minute. She's only 3, so she's still a little reactive. It's okay. Good girl. And same thing. Once I'm done with that, I'll flick away the dirt. Okay, next thing I'll grab is a hoof pick. Now I'll pick out her feet. Even though I know she's eating right now, so it's not as easy when they're eating because they do need their balance. But they start to learn to do it. They have to learn to be able to do it with me picking their feet up. I'll do this on all 4 feet. Cool. And now to get her to pick her feet up, I just grab this chestnut and touch it lightly. If she doesn't pick it up, I then squeeze harder. And then I'll run my hand down and just pick up her foot. And she does pretty good. I mean, I'm only holding with like 1 finger right there. So, and then I drop it. I do not place the foot on the ground because by doing that will cause them to lean on you. Next, I will grab a just regular hairbrush and I'll brush out her mane. And I've been trying to get her mane to lay flat on the other side here. So I'll brush this out all the way across. So you can see her mane flops up right there. So I'm working on that. So I need to fix that in a second. Then I'll grab her tail. And you always want to brush her tail to the side. And I'll just brush the ends. Just kind of help to keep her tail brushed there. Okay, next thing I will do is go ahead and grab a mane pulling comb, and I'm going to pull her mane where it sticks up. So I'm not going to pull all of her mane, just this part right here that's kind of like floppy and unsightly. So now keep pulling it, and then hopefully it'll train, and then after I get done riding, I band it, and so hopefully after a couple weeks it will train it to lay flat. Now to pull a mane, you just grab the bottom, then kind of brush up with it, wrap it around the comb, and pull. The trick is to get a very small amount of hair, because the larger amount of hair there is, the harder it is to go, and the harder it is to pull out, and then that makes your horse very angry. Now since I'm going to ride today, I do not want to just make her angry. I want to keep her in a good state of mind, being very calm, and being nice. So I'm only going to pull a little bit, especially because she's still trying to eat right now. You actually get the most hair pulled out whenever you do this after a riding session, because then they're warmed up, circulation is going, and then the blood flow will cause this to go easier out. So that's what I've got there for now. I know it's still sticking out, but this will take some time and effort. So there is that. Now I'll also use this little blade if I need to thin it or to help pull the rest of it. But that's sometimes. Okay, so next thing I will grab is my fly spray. Flies are really bad even at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now I got it working. So I'll spray her all along the legs and the shoulder and her neck. Now if your horse has never had this done before, you may want to do some desensitizing. Both legs. Under her belly, very important. Make sure not to get it on the girth, because one, it's going to be covered anyways, and it could cause your girth to slip. Just kind of like Shoshin. Now you can put a little bit of fly spray on her tail, so that way if she flicks flies, it'll kind of deter them. I also put fly spray on her face. Now since she's young and I've just started this, I'm going to be a little gentle here. But just right down her face, in the front, and on both sides. Yeah, just be careful not to get it in her eyes or her nose. Okay. Next, I looked for any scratches. If she had any scratches on her, I would put this ointment on it. Corona, or you could do some new stock. I see some bug bites right here, but I will wait and put that on once she is done, because if she's going to sweat, I don't want to do that as well. Shoshin, I sometimes put on just to help condition the coat, but she'll get so hot she'll sweat it all off anyways, so there's really no reason to do that. Sometimes I put on boots to work her, but since I'm not jumping her, not now and probably not for a while, because she is only 3. She's going to be 3.5. So she will probably not get boots on, because she'll just do some ground holes and she'll get boots for that. But I do want to make sure she's good with boots, just in case. I also do hoof oil, but again, I won't do that till after I rinse her off after the ride. So after I ride her, I typically rinse her off, do the sweat scraper, then I do some hoof oil, and then I do the Corona on any cuts. Sometimes I'll do MTG to help with tail growth as well. But remember to shake it up if you get the MTG. I also always give her a horse treat as well. Something else to help with fly management is I put a little bit of swat. I'll put a little bit of swat in her ears. And that may seem crazy, but it helps to keep the fly eggs and stuff like that out of her ears. And it helps to keep her from fighting flies instead of paying attention to me during the ride. With the other one. So now, of course, I'm going to do all of this on the other side. But yeah, so that is just how I typically groom a horse for just a regular day. So I hope you enjoy. Have a great day and a great morning. So until next time, say thank you to Jesus and be adventurous. Thanks.